The global economic landscape is shifting. A new block of emerging economies known as BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is steadily gaining prominence. These nations represent a significant portion of the world's population, resources, and economic output. They are united by a common goal: to challenge the existing world order dominated by the West, particularly in the realm of finance. At the heart of this ambition lies the potential creation of a new BRICS currency. This move signifies a desire to break free from the constraints of the US dollar-centric system. The BRICS nations aim to reduce their dependence on the dollar for international trade and investment. They believe a new currency would give them greater autonomy and control over their economic destinies. The BRICS nations have made significant strides in recent years to strengthen their economic ties. They have established institutions like the New Development Bank, often seen as a rival to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. The prospect of a new BRICS currency has sent ripples through the global financial system. It raises fundamental questions about the future of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. The US dollar has reigned supreme as the world's reserve currency for decades. This dominance grants the United States unparalleled economic and geopolitical leverage. However, the potential emergence of a BRICS currency poses a significant challenge to this status quo. A key factor driving this challenge is the sheer economic weight of the BRICS nations. Their combined GDP now rivals that of the G7 countries. As these economies continue to grow, their demand for a more diversified international monetary system is likely to intensify. A BRICS currency could provide a viable alternative for countries seeking to reduce their reliance on the US dollar. Furthermore, the BRICS nations are increasingly conducting bilateral trade in their own currencies. This trend further diminishes the role of the US dollar in their economic interactions. The potential impact on the US dollar's dominance should not be underestimated. A shift away from the dollar as the primary currency for international trade and investment would diminish its global purchasing power. The rise of a BRICS currency represents a potential turning point in the global financial order. The dominance of the US dollar has afforded the United States a unique advantage borrowing money at lower interest rates. This privilege stems from the global demand for dollar-denominated assets, such as US Treasury bonds. However, the emergence of a BRICS currency could disrupt this favorable dynamic, potentially leading to increased borrowing costs for the US government. As more countries adopt a BRICS currency for trade and investment, the demand for US Treasury bonds could decline. This reduced demand would force the US government to offer higher interest rates to attract investors. Consequently, the cost of financing government spending and servicing existing debt would rise, potentially straining the US budget. Increased interest rates on government debt typically ripple through the economy, affecting borrowing costs for businesses and consumers alike. This could lead to slower economic growth and reduced investment, further impacting the US economy. The potential for a BRICS currency to increase US borrowing costs highlights the interconnectedness of the global financial system. The introduction of a new BRICS currency would send shockwaves through global financial markets, potentially triggering significant fluctuations in exchange rates. The value of the US dollar, relative to other major currencies, could experience heightened volatility as investors rebalance their portfolios in response to this new contender. Emerging market currencies, particularly those of the BRICS nations, could see their values appreciate as the new currency gains traction. Moreover, the oil market, which has long been priced in US dollars, could undergo a significant transformation. The BRICS nations, particularly Russia and Saudi Arabia, are major oil producers. The adoption of a BRICS currency for oil trading could diminish the dollar's role in this crucial commodity market. It could also lead to a more multipolar world order, with power distributed more evenly among different blocs of nations. The potential impacts on exchange rates and oil trading underscore the far-reaching consequences of a new BRICS currency. Section 5. Uniting the giants, enhancing economic cooperation among BRICS nations. Beyond its potential to challenge the US dollar's dominance, a new BRICS currency could serve as a powerful catalyst for greater economic cooperation among the BRICS nations themselves. By reducing reliance on external currencies, the BRICS nations could streamline trade and investment flows within the bloc, fostering deeper economic integration and shared prosperity. A common currency could facilitate greater price transparency and reduce transaction costs for businesses engaged in cross-border trade within the BRICS region. This could lead to increased trade volumes, boosting economic growth and creating new opportunities for businesses and workers across these economies. Moreover, a BRICS currency could encourage greater investment within the bloc. Investors would be more likely to invest in projects denominated in a stable and widely accepted currency, leading to increased capital flows and infrastructure development within the BRICS nations. This enhanced economic cooperation could extend beyond the realm of trade and investment. By working together, the BRICS nations could leverage their collective strengths to address common challenges and achieve shared goals. Section 6. Building a currency colossus. Factors crucial for the success of a BRICS currency. While the ambition to create a new BRICS currency is clear, its success hinges on several critical factors. These factors are essential for establishing the credibility, stability, and widespread acceptance necessary for a new currency to thrive on the global stage. First and foremost, economic stability within the BRICS nations is paramount. A currency is only as strong as the economies that back it. Each BRICS nation must demonstrate sound macroeconomic fundamentals, including low inflation, sustainable debt levels, and responsible fiscal policies, to instill confidence in the new currency. Second, the establishment of robust and reliable payment systems is crucial. The BRICS nations need to develop efficient and secure mechanisms for cross-border transactions, ensuring seamless and cost-effective movement of funds within the bloc and beyond. Finally, the success of a BRICS currency depends on building trust among its members and the wider international community. Section 7. The trust factor. Establishing credibility and reliability in the global market. Trust is the bedrock of any successful currency. For a new BRICS currency to gain global acceptance and challenge the dominance of established currencies like the US dollar, it needs to be perceived as a reliable and stable store of value. This requires building trust not only among the BRICS nations themselves but also within the broader international community. Transparency is crucial for fostering trust. The BRICS nations need to be open about their economic policies, monetary management, and the mechanisms governing the new currency. Clear communication and predictable actions will be essential for building confidence among investors and businesses. Accountability is equally important. The institutions responsible for managing the new currency must be held accountable for their decisions and actions. This accountability should extend to both domestic audiences within the BRICS nations and to the international community. Building trust takes time and consistent effort. Section 8. A new dawn in finance? Projecting the timeline for a unified BRICS currency. The timeline for the potential launch of a unified BRICS currency remains uncertain. While discussions and preliminary steps are underway, numerous complex challenges need to be addressed before a concrete timeline can be established. The process involves intricate negotiations among the BRICS nations, each with its own economic priorities and political considerations. Some analysts speculate that a pilot program involving limited cross-border transactions in a BRICS currency could be launched as early as 2025. This pilot program would allow the BRICS nations to test the feasibility of the new currency in a controlled environment and iron out any operational challenges. However, the full-fledged adoption of a unified BRICS currency for all trade and investment activities within the bloc and beyond is likely to be a more gradual process. The world watches with bated breath as this potential new chapter in global finance unfolds.